Massachusetts, the Patriots introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Wait, that, wait, 20! Yeah, right there, 54 Mike. Time to go, night-night!
Watch twins! Watch twins!
Snap comes at one, and it's Brady. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie! Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing again. Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
54.
Brady now on first down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit. Get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Right there. 72.
On 2nd and 7. Brady flushed out right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Deuce. Check nickel. 25, check 25, check 25. Shift. Check it, reload.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Michel going to try again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jamie Collins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. This is Procise on the carry. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, Wilson flush to his right. He hits his running back, Procise. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 54.
Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Again, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wilson throwing again. And this is incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Wilson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And now it's second down.
Check 50, check 50.
QB's trash. Let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you rob perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Friday.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
To throw again, Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers in the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Good job, fellas.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Complete to Dorsett. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, Wood.
Brady now on first down. He's got White here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady, caught by the tight end Watson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Sugar! Alpha! Let's go, defense. Our time. Shadow!
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete.
Watch the pass. Hatch it. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Check it, reload.
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, Delta.
Mike,
Check it.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's basket. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
14, 14, run it. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch it.
Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
Wilson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and...
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Easy. Give me some.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
54. Four down. Mike 5-4.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Right there, 54 Mike. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Come on, man. Got you, boy. Hey, alert.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. Wide. Get wide. Mike 5-4. Good job right there. Pick me up. Here we go.
Again, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Hey, one set. Started. Mike 54. Mike 5-4.
2nd down and goal. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, Echo. Go. 54's Mike. Hey, roll 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw complete to Dorsett. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Wait, that's ready. Man, that's trash. Mike 5. 54. Hey, Alabama.
On 1st down, Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Hey, high 7. Check it, reload.
To try again after the sack. Brady. Eluding under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33. All day, every day, any day. Mike check 33.
Hey, Alabama.
Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33.
Bravo.
Defense, let's go. Mike check 33, 33. Come on, boy.
No, 60.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go. Mike 0. Coming in.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw to Disley. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Good job right there.
54. Mike 54.
Zebra. 14.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. He'll find Metcalf. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Watch the screen.
One left.
Watch the screen. Check.
Here's Wilson to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Mike 5-4.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And here's is a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the shit. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check it out, three. Got it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Chopper, come on!
Brady now on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get ready. No, 66.
Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Watch the run.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come out 2nd and 10. Now Wilson steps away to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On first down, it's Carson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he's across from